What if the world's most passionate basketball wasn't in the NBA? It's in the cathedrals of Europe where loyalty is generational and every possession is sacred. This isn't about lottery picks or load management. It's about obsession, tradition, and basketball at its most ruthless. This is the EuroLeague. For 25 years, its story has been written in data. Titles, streaks, MVPs, collapses. Today we go deep into 25 years of dominance and heartbreak told through numbers. This is EuroLeague, told through data. It all began in chaos. The year 2000 saw a schism in European basketball, splitting the continent's elite into two rival competitions, the established FIBA Supro League and the new breakaway EuroLeague. Two champions were crowned, Kinder Bologna and Maccabi Tel Aviv, but only one future prevailed. From 2002 onward, the EuroLeague unified the crown, and the modern era truly began. Since then, only 14 clubs have lifted that trophy, but a select few have defined eras. Panathinaikos leads the modern era with 6 titles, 4 of those captured under the legendary coach Zeljko Obradović in an incredible run between 2002 and 2011. CSKA Moscow built a dynasty of consistency. They reached an astonishing 19 Final Fours, winning 4 championships and battling in 4 more finals, cementing a legacy of perpetual contention. Maccabi Tel Aviv captured the imagination of an entire region with 4 titles of their own, playing in 8 championship games and making 11 Final Four runs, becoming a symbol of national pride. The Spanish giants were always in the hunt. Real Madrid claimed 3 titles and reached 12 Final Fours. Their eternal rivals FC Barcelona also won 2 titles, making the Spanish El Clásico a marquee event on the European stage. For Olympiacos, the story is one of both glory and pain. They battled their way to 6 championship games only to suffer heartbreak 4 different times, falling at the final hurdle. Then came the Turkish rise. Fenerbahce and Anadolu Efes put Istanbul on the map, combining for 4 titles and 7 total trips to the final, including Efes's dominant back-to-back championships in 2021 and 2022. And in 2025, AS Monaco, a team fueled by new ambition, made history by reaching the final in only their 2nd ever Final Four appearance, proving that in this league, power can be challenged. Winning is one thing, dominance is another. It's the feeling of inevitability a team imposes on the league. CSKA Moscow's 2005 season was the stuff of legend. They posted the largest average point differential ever recorded, a staggering plus 14.8, making every game a foregone conclusion. Maccabi Tel Aviv was right behind them in 2004, crushing opponents by an average of plus 13.5. In 2014, Real Madrid went on a 13-game winning streak, playing with a swagger and efficiency that broke offensive records. But dominance isn't always about a single season. Fenerbahce's 2019 team won 30 games but fell short in the Final Four, a brutal reminder of how difficult it is to finish the job. And in a flash of brilliance, the upstart Paris basketball surprised everyone in 2025 with 12 straight victories. These were the teams that opponents feared, the seasons that set the standard for greatness. Zooming out, it's not just about clubs, it's about the basketball identity of entire nations. Greece, powered by the eternal rivalry between Panathinaikos and Olympiacos, leads all countries with 8 EuroLeague titles. Spain, with its powerhouse ACB League, follows with 5 championships. Russia, Israel and a rising Turkey each have 4 titles to their name. But when you look at Final Four appearances, a measure of consistent excellence, Spain dominates. They've sent a team 30 times, a testament to the depth of their talent. Greece is next with 22 appearances, followed by Russia with 20 and Turkey with 11. The league's map is always changing. The 2025 season featured 9 different countries, with France showing its rising influence with 3 teams, including the powerhouse AS Monaco. The MVP award, established in 2005, has been won by 19 different players. It's a roll call of legends, from the silky smooth back-to-back winner Anthony Parker to the explosive scorer Kendrick Nunn. Each MVP defined his time, but the title of Final Four MVP, that's what builds a legacy. Vassilis Spanoulis won it 3 times, earning the nickname Kill Bill for his uncanny ability to deliver in the clutch. Dimitris Diamantidis claimed it twice, a genius on both ends of the floor. And a teenage prodigy named Luka Doncic won both the regular season and Final Four MVP trophies at just 19 years old, a feat that may never be repeated. The record books tell more tales. Mike James, the unstoppable offensive force, finished as the all-time leading scorer. The elegant Nando De Colo became the all-time leader in performance index rating, a measure of total impact. Nick Calathes was the floor general, dishing out over 2,000 assists while also holding the record for most steals. And in the paint, the towering Walter Tavares became the all-time blocks leader, a defensive anchor unlike any other. No dynasty is complete without its architect, its general on the sidelines. Zeljko Obradović is a man who needs no introduction. He won 5 EuroLeague titles in this era, 4 with Panathinaikos, 1 with Fenerbahce, and made an incredible 12 Final Fours. His teams were known for their discipline, execution, and tactical brilliance. Ettore Messina, the Italian maestro, captured 4 titles and made 13 Final Fours, implementing famously tough defensive schemes. Ergin Ataman was the player's coach, empowering his stars to win 3 titles with 2 different clubs, Anadolu Efes and Panathinaikos. Great coaches like Pablo Lasso, Dimitris Itoudis, and the old-school disciplinarian Duško Ivanović also led powerhouses through sustained eras of success. These men weren't just coaches, they were philosophers who shaped the very identity of their clubs. Money matters, but it's not everything. It buys talent, but it doesn't buy chemistry or heart. The giants like Real Madrid and Barcelona spent over 40 million euros annually, and they delivered titles. The ambitious projects at Fenerbahce and AS Monaco also saw their heavy investment pay off with Final Fours and trophies. But the true soul of the EuroLeague is found in the Overachievers. Žalgiris Kaunas reached the 2018 Final Four on a budget of less than 15 million euros, a modern-day miracle built on system and soul. Baskonia and Partizan Belgrade consistently punched above their financial weight, fueled by some of the world's best scouting departments and home crowds that provided a tangible, intimidating advantage. The EuroLeague rewards smart structures as much as it does deep pockets. The game itself has transformed. In 2002, teams averaged just 17 three-point attempts per game, grinding out victories at a pace of 68 possessions to score about 78 points. Fast forward to 2025, teams now average 26 threes a game, pushing the pace to over 74 possessions and scoring nearly 84 points. The reason? A strategic revolution. The slow, bruising game of 2 low-post centres has vanished. It was replaced first by the stretch 4, a power forward who could shoot from deep. Now we live in the era of the pick and roll, where ball movement, floor spacing, and perimeter skill are paramount. Big men are expected to shoot, and guards are expected to run the offense at warp speed. From post-centric wars to a fast, fluid, and tactical chess match, the EuroLeague has never stopped evolving. In a league this competitive, every underdog has its day. These are the moments that give the league its unpredictable magic. Partizan Belgrade, a young and fearless team, clawed their way to the 2010 Final Four as a lowly 6th seed. Zalgiris, led by coaching mastermind Šarūnas Jasikevičius, shocked the entire continent on their miracle run in 2018. But the most iconic upset belongs to Olympiacos. In the 2012 final against a seemingly unbeatable CSKA Moscow, they were down 19 points in the third quarter. It was over. But they refused to die, roaring back to win the championship on a legendary last-second shot. And in 2014, Maccabi Tel Aviv, led by an unstoppable Tyrese Rice, defied every odd to defeat a star-studded Real Madrid in a classic overtime final. In this league, you learn quickly, anything is possible. In the EuroLeague, the court is just a stage. The real power is in the stands. This chapter isn't about the 5 players on the floor. It's about the 6th man, the thousands who turn an arena into a fortress and a basketball game into a religious experience. The data proves it's an advantage unlike any other. In 2009, over 22,500 fans packed into Belgrade's Stark Arena, setting a modern attendance record that still stands. In 2024, Partizan averaged nearly 20,000 fans for every single home game. A river of black and white. Clubs like Žalgiris in Lithuania and Crvena Zvezda in Serbia consistently sell out nearly 100% of their seats. But it's more than just numbers. It's the sight of the green flares in Athens, the sound of thousands of Serbian voices chanting in perfect, intimidating unison, the feeling of the floor shaking in Kaunas. This isn't just cheering, it's a calculated psychological weapon. In a league decided by razor-thin margins, the fans are the ultimate variable. They are the soul of the game and the most powerful home court advantage on the planet. The hardwood is the same size in every arena, but in the EuroLeague, the battlefield is 4,000 kilometers wide. This is the continental gauntlet, a war won not just in the final seconds, but in airport terminals, on overnight flights, and across 3 different time zones. The numbers are staggering. A single season can force a team to travel over 80,000 kilometers. That's like circling the entire Earth, twice. 1 week, a team takes the longest road trip in professional basketball, a grueling 3,600-kilometer flight from Spain to Israel. The next, a road game might be a 12-kilometer bus ride across Athens for the derby of the eternal enemies. This is a league of brutal extremes. The arenas themselves range from intimate 5,000-seat pressure cookers to roaring cauldrons holding nearly 20,000 fans. To win the EuroLeague, you must dominate your opponent. But first, you must conquer a continent. This isn't just a competition, it's a testament to endurance. So, after 25 years, who defined this era? If we had to choose just 5, the debate would be endless. But here is one possibility. At guard, Vassilis Spanoulis. Kill Bill, 3 titles, 3 Final Four MVPs, the definition of clutch. Next to him, Dimitris Diamantidis, the two-way genius, 6-time best defender, 2-time Final Four MVP. On the wing, Nando De Colo, the master of efficiency, 2-time champion, the all-time leader in performance index rating. At the forward spot, Luka Doncic, the prodigy, the youngest MVP in history, a talent that was simply one of one. And at centre, Nikola Vujicic, a pioneer. 2 titles and the first big man of the modern era to be a triple-double machine, changing the way his position was played. The list of legends doesn't stop there. An all-time second team could feature scorers like Juan Carlos Navarro and Mike James, winners like Dejan Bodiroga, and defensive anchors like Walter Tavares. The debate itself is a testament to the depth of talent. 25 years, 9 countries, thousands of games, and one relentless pursuit of glory. From the genius of Diamantidis to the phenomenon of Doncic, the EuroLeague has evolved, but it has never lost its soul. This is not just Europe's league, it's basketball's wild frontier. A culture, a rivalry, a story told by moments and by numbers. And after 25 years, the story is far from over. Because in the EuroLeague, history is always just one shot away.